The last time you got this call, you went out and cut the grass. What are you doing this time?
I was actually on the bus driving between Belfast and Limerick. So very different experience this time, but definitely still enjoyable.
Yeah, and it's a huge honour, Iain. Congratulations. To be a Lion once is an honour, but to get it twice, how does that feel for you?
Yeah, look, I'm absolutely delighted. Obviously it's been playing on my mind for a wee while now, but delighted and I suppose grateful for the opportunity to go and tour again, and I'm looking forward to. I'm sure it'll be a very different but equally enjoyable tour.
Just saying the way the squad is announced can be quite kind of sharp, and people would expect, so can you just tell us a little bit about that, the feeling when your name is called out?
Yeah, obviously from the last time I knew how you found out, and I'd chatted a fair bit over the last number of years with Rory Best. He's obviously been on the receiving end of the elation, but also the downside, the way it's called out. So I was on the bus and we were watching it on Andy Work's phone and going through all the players, and you're trying to think, flip. In my head, I think I got the tag Furlong, and I was thinking, flip, what letter comes after F, and then G came. I was like, is G before or after H? My head was going around. But like it was great. I was excited watching it, and it was great news obviously to get it. But when I was around all the lads in the bus.
Well, congrats on the call up again there, Iain. But how do you think you've changed as a player from the first time you were called up again? And what way do you think these changes can help you perhaps have a more successful tour this time around?
I suppose probably like everyone else, as you get older, you probably mature a wee bit. The more you do things, generally speaking, the sort of more comfortable you become in doing them. Arguably, the better you become at doing them. So hopefully, having had a few games under my belt now this season, being able to carry a bit of form hopefully into the tour would be ideal. From the last tour, obviously we started relatively slow. Hopefully this one we can hit the ground running. Obviously there's an exciting test against Japan and other exciting fixtures lined up towards the start of the tour. So hopefully if we can hit the ground running quicker with those ones, and obviously everyone will be vying for a test position. But before that, I'm looking to meeting up with the guys, getting to know what Warren Gatlin and the other coaching members of the coaching staff are looking for this team to do, and the vision for the team, and look, we'll take it from there.
Hi Iain, congratulations again. You mentioned there's two sides to the story and a couple of maybe surprise omissions, especially if you think back maybe 12 months ago, Johnny and James not making it. A couple of the coaches have cited the physicality and the durability needed over in South Africa. Did those omissions come as a surprise to you, and what are they referring to when they talk about that in relation to South Africa? Why are they harder?
I suppose it's traditionally South African rugby players, as we see, so many of them will come across to our hemisphere to play, or more sizable, if you like. They are an abrasive team. So obviously that would have played on the minds of the coaching staff, even if it's maybe more of a stereotype, I'm not sure. But you mentioned the emissions there, and they did come as a surprise to me. I think, as everyone else is surprised. But when these squads are announced, I think people get in the way of reading a few articles and get convinced that this is especially what the team's going to be. And I know that happened to me. The squad that was announced was probably a fair bit different to the one that I thought was going to be announced. But again, it's down to the coaching staff. Where, as I mentioned there in the previous question, what their vision for the team is, what they want the team to do, and they've obviously picked the personnel which they think are best to carry out the task which their vision provides.
Thanks, Iain. Best luck.
Cheers.
You mentioned it there before, when you have the experience of playing in alliance, now that you've made the squad again, is the plan to be a test starter now?
Yeah, the plan was to be a test starter last time too, but Obviously that didn't go to plan. Obviously everyone is massively excited to be going on the tour. First and foremost, we still obviously haven't got together as a squad. We know very little about the tour. Obviously selection in the games leading up to the tests is a massive tell. They try different combinations. They'll be able to start to play different teams at different times of the week. So you'll start to get an idea of where the land lies there. But obviously going out to be a test starter would be ideal. But currently at the minute, I'm just thankful I'm on the tour to begin with. Going looking at test positions now probably isn't really on my radar. On my radar now is making sure that I'm in best possible shape for the first time we meet up, be that getting game time under my belt or looking after myself off the pitch. In order that when we do hit the ground running in South Africa or Jersey or Scotland, I'm not sure which of those starting points you want to take, and that I'll be able to put myself in the best possible position for getting a place later on in the tour.
Good luck. Well done.
Thanks.
Iain, congratulations. Just listening to Warren Gatland today, it's always a slightly strange experience for guys that are vying for the same position as the tour captain in the team. How reassured were you today when you heard Warren Gatland say, Alan Wynne is my captain, but he has to earn his place in the test side?
Yeah, I think that had been mentioned previously, and I think that's something that he has he set out from the start. So obviously Almond Jones will know that. He'll be fully aware of that. Almond Jones is obviously an incredible player. The amount of tests he's played, tours he's been on, sides he's captained, the victories, like there's no doubt about it that he is probably a front runner or the front runner to be one of the nailed on second rows. So obviously a lot of things can change between now and any of the test matches. So it'll be exciting to see, I suppose, how it unfolds. But I'm looking forward, as I said there, first and foremost, to meeting up with the guys, getting to know what the coaches our vision is for the squad, and how us as players are going to be best able to produce that. And look, if en route to doing that, I am able to wangle my way, if you like, into a test position, brilliant. However, at the minute, I'm probably just, as I said, excited to be named in the initial selection.